Um, my name is Katrin Fischer. I'm from Germany. I work at the Library Service Center in Baden-Württemberg. Okay, I talked today about how to bring your Koha to Koha, and I'm going to explain what it means to you. So Koha is a noun in the Maori language. It means gift, present, offering, donation, contribution, especially one maintaining social relationships, and has connotations of reciprocity. Like Chris is waving wildly at me, that's slightly disturbing. Okay, so that is what you maybe not have known before. So a koha is if you're like invited somewhere for a special event, you can bring your special something to give to your host, so that will be your koha. And it works really well for an open source project, which Koha is also. Koha is also the first open source ILS, so it's a software. It's also a project and a community. And my talk is going to focus on the community part. A quick word about the logo. So maybe you've wondered what like the wave means, the green wave in the logo means. It's actually not a wave, because I get asked that a lot. It's a fern front, also called a koru. And the logo, it means like, stands for growth, new beginnings, and unlimited possibilities. So that fits our purpose very well. And I took that photo in my neighbor's garden. Might tell them one day. So who's the community? So you all are. You already are. You don't need to like pay a membership fee. We don't count like people by organizations. Like everyone is just a member, and you're very welcome. And I am very happy to be part of this too. And you're not a developer, so that doesn't matter. But I'd like to steal an idea from Jesse and Kelly and ask, who is a developer in here? Okay, and who would say they're not a developer? Yeah, okay, so I'm talking to you because we need you, because the community is not just about programming and writing patches. We also need like a lot of other things to be done. And that's what my talk is about, actually. And if you're a developer and you want to pick up some of these tasks too, you're welcome. So what is it that you can do? You can be visible, like leave the Powered by Koha in your OPAC, share your usage statistics with HEA. HEA is a community website where you can share anonymous statistics about how you use Koha, like your configuration settings and some numbers, but you can also like show up on the map there with the name of your library. You can share your migration story at any event, like when you're meeting up with libraries in your area, you can tell them about what is great about Koha and about your story with it. You can share your best practices. You can help people on the mailing lists, like we have 2 big mailing lists. One is the Koha, and one is the Koha Devil. So one is more technical and one is user-centered. And you can chat, tweet, blog, sing. We really don't care. Just share and communicate. And even if something is not good, you can share that as well. There's not like, we don't only want you to praise Koha, but you can also be like, yeah, we would love if it did that, or this is not working very well for us. That's also sharing, and it's also shows that you care. You can also work on translations. I forgot to count how many languages we already have, but it's a lot. So, and there's a lot to translate, because we don't only translate the application, we also translate the manual. And that's a lot of text. And yes, translation can be a bit boring, but it's a very valuable contribution. And the more people do it, the less boring it will be. Yeah. Oh, almost jumped over a slide. You can help with our wiki. And that can be just make the pages prettier, fix the formatting, fix the page categories, make things easier to find. You can also update the contents. You can share your SQL reports that you're proud of, or not so proud of, I don't know. And you can share jQuery snippets. You can help us moderate account requests. So there's always a lot to do. And I'm pretty sure I forgot things, so that's always the dots on the slides. So if you can come up with something else that might be useful, just do it. And you can help with documentation. I think there will be a workshop on documentation too, so just jump in there. I know our documentation team is very nice and friendly and very happy to have you. So the same, you can start with like simple stuff like fix typos and grammar. You can also file bugs about stuff that is missing from the manual. So if you don't find something, just file a bug for it. You can help us fix the screenshots, as We now have the new staff interface design. All the screenshots look a little out of date, so there's a lot of work to be done there. And I know that Jonathan Jobu will give a presentation on how to automate that, so that's also a big area we need help with. And you can join the documentation team meetings. Again, very friendly people. Don't be scared. And you can help us on the bug tracker. The bug tracker has about like over 30,000 bugs now. Not all of them are open, thankfully. But I think about 6,000 are. So you can start easy again, like vote on bugs that are important to you. You have like 100 votes, I think, and you can, like, for every bug you can say, I put 10 votes there. It's not a guarantee that something will get fixed, but it will help us to see where there's like really interest or a big problem. It will make things stand out. You can discuss and give feedback, and you can explain how your library works and why the bug is bad. Like, give your use cases and explain it, because developers often don't know. Like, once they get explained something, it gets easier to fix it. And also, like, every library works differently. So that's very valuable information for the next library looking at it and asking themselves how to use a feature. So this information is really great to have. You can, of course, file new bugs and also enhancements. In Koha, we call everything a bug, even if it's not like some faulty behavior, but a new idea or an innovative feature. That's also a bug to us when it comes to Bugzilla. So if you do all that, you can become a bug wrangler too, which is a role on the release team, and it's an ideal role to start out with. I was a bug wrangler once, and it's really fun to be. So I often have the impression that people are scared of Bugzilla, so don't be, and I explain why. Why you should file a bug first. If you file the bug, it can be fixed. If it's not known, we can fix it, so it's as easy as that. You will help others not to run into the same problem. You can, like, if it's a new feature idea, you can promote that, and more people will see it, and maybe you can make partnerships, like for funding, or just to work out the specification a bit more, get more views and perspectives on your idea. You can find sponsoring partners. Yeah, so it's a good thing. And that's how I'm a QA manager, so that's how I like my bugs best, with a needle through the back. Dead, not moving, not coming back. That's the preferred way. So, and to make you like more likely to file a bug, what could go wrong? I prove to you nothing can go wrong. So say you don't phrase your bug ideally, it's not understood, you get asked questions, so it's great. It fosters discussion, we can think about new angles, we'll help to identify potential issues with it, so not a problem at all. You get told it's already filed, it's a duplicate. So, okay, problem confirmed, 2 people have the same problem, that's great, we can replicate it. You find a potential sponsorship partner, you can share ideas and maybe workarounds, so not a problem. You get told it's a configuration issue, your bug is marked invalid. It's not a bad thing, you can fix it instantly, no updates required, problem solved, it's great. So, and you might learn about a nice workaround another library is using, like, yeah, this is a bug, but we found this way to get around it for now. And you can learn that from Bugzilla because someone else will see yours and comment on it. Again, it's great. So, best way, you get told it's already implemented in the next version. Awesome, you're done. Just close the bug. We don't mind if there's many bugs. We just need to keep track of them, so it's all good. So nothing can go wrong, please file bugs on Bugzilla. So next thing, test. So next level. But it can be really easy because you can test on your own installation. Just when you do, please put the version you tested in on the bug. So we know that it's in older versions too, and in the latest version, so it helps narrow it down and where the bug fix needs to go. You can also use a Koha demo installation. There's always like the newest versions we have on the website with free demos. They get reset nightly sometimes, so be careful if you do like a complex configuration. But you can, you're very allowed to use them. And next, which is really great, you can spin up a sandbox. So I put links at the end of the presentation with all the pages to this, links to the pages. The sandbox system allows you to just fill out a short form, and then you get your own Koha installation, like with sample data, and if you want, with the bug like with patches of a special bug applied, so you can test, and it will be your own and you can run stuff on it, and you don't need to install anything. So that's really awesome. I use it for demos too. Like if I want to show some new feature to my coworkers, it's a very easy way to do that. So, and of course you can build your own dev environment. You might get curious if you work through all the things in the end and want to try it, and it works on every operating system. Like if you have Windows or Linux or Mac, will be able to use it, and it comes like set up with all the stuff that developers use, but you don't have to go through the steps. So, on a bit of a lighter note, give us your recipes. So there's a bug for cookie, ice cream, and fudge flavors. We're happy to have that as well. We also started a Koha cookbook where we're collecting recipes from all over the world from the Koha people. So that's also a way to contribute. Just get creative. Like you might want to create a Koha knitting pattern. Like I know some of us are on Ravelry, so I know a few Koha people there. You can create Koha fashion. Like maybe you'd want to design a Koha super librarian cape. I'd like one. Still jealous of Chris's. You can make Koha art, or you can write Koha poetry like Fred in the US does. So shout out to Fred and his poetry. And you can just contribute your very own superpower to Koha. So, but why all that? So someone like famous said, it's all about the people. So community is people. It's like you can build great relationships. Like maybe you've seen us hugging in the hall. That's how it is with Koha people. We hug and we're happy to see each other, even if it's only once a year or once every few years. You can learn from others and grow your own skill set. And we're very happy to help with that in the community. And you get to improve Koha to fit yours and other people's needs. And how great is that? You can really make an impact on the thing that you use, and you can make a change. And it's really like low level with Koha, and it's what I really love about this community. So, and last but not least, fame. Of course, fame. So if you sign off something or test something or write something or document something, you'll show up on the dashboard, and you'll also show up in the release notes. So yeah, get your name there. And that's it. I hope I made it clear that it's a topic very close to my heart, because I'm a librarian and I started out with the bug wrangling and all that, so I went through all this. And I can only recommend being an active part of the community, because it's a lot of fun, and will, you give something back, but the community will give you much more. Thank you.
Does anyone have questions, comments on Katrin?
Don't worry, Katrin, it's just a comment. And thank you for talking about the documentation team. So to everyone else, hi, I'm Aude. I'm the documentation manager for this cycle, and Caroline is around, who was the previous documentation manager. And documentation, I got into it because it's really easy, because it's mostly about knowing how to use Koha and sharing that knowledge with other people by making sure it's in the manual. And I think, as we all know, there are gaps in the manual and things to improve. So we are always looking for people who are enthusiastic about sharing that knowledge and experience. So if you're interested in participating in Koha through documentation, feel free to talk to us as well.
I was just checking the wiki page, the PPT which you have shown. I just want to check that. I have gone through that SQL library one, and the main page, which is Koha. Is there any other pages, how it is structured? Is it that the Koha would be the parent and other would be the child?
Sorry, I didn't fully understand. You went to the Koha wiki and you looked
so
for
in the wiki, the first parent page will be wiki, Koha, and then under it, there will be a child SQL library wiki.
There is a page to the SQL reports library, and I can put a link in the presentation too. So
okay.
It'll be easier to find. But if you put in like any browser and any search engine, you put like SQL reports library Koha, it will come up. That's what I usually do. Like,
there was one jQuery wiki also.
The jQuery is the same.
So
you
how
just
to find
jQuery library Koha, and you end up on the wiki page for it.
Okay, got it. Thank you.
Yes, our wiki could like do with some more like helpful hints and stuff. So that's a task for someone.
I feel a sting in the heart because we all know how important these kinds of contributions are, and then you always find that you are a little bit too busy to really go there and do your do your little thing. But this gives at least us the moment to talk again and think again about how we could really contribute more to the common good. If that's all, then I think we give an applause to Katrin once more. Thank you.